All right, let's make some apple pie with some 75% moonshine. Here we go. First, you got to get you a pot. You got to get you some water in there, and you need to get it boiling. While you're waiting for it to boil, you go ahead and get you some cinnamon. Put a whole bunch of that in there. Yep, just like that. Wait on the sugar. Just wait on the sugar. Then get you a little bit of vanilla. A little couple splashies up in that. Give it a stir. You got to get you an apple. And maybe one of these. If you don't got one of these, cutting it up with a knife works perfectly good too. Alright, these apples. Stir. Bring to boil. Alright, once you got it boiling, let it simmer for a good little while till them apples start to get soft. Alright, then you can take a smasher. You can start smashing in more of these apple juices. Don't worry, it's not going to look pretty right now, but just wait for the end. I promise it'll be the best looking apple pie you ever saw. Alright, turn off the heat and let it cool off. Still don't add no sugar. While you're waiting for it to cool off, get another half-gallon mason jar and a little strainer. Alright, once you go through the first filtering process, this is what you're going to end up with. This is everything out of that pot. You're then going to want to take a filter and you're going to put it over another mason jar and you're going to want to filter that. I like to use 2 filters, double up. Alright, this is what she's looking like after she's strained. Once you get it all strained, you're going to take it back over to the stove top. You're going to dump it back into your pan that you washed out. Then you got to add some brown sugar. And also add some white sugar. More white sugar. Stir until all dissolved. Alright, while this is cooling down, you're going to get your mason jars ready and you're going to fill them up with some moonshine. And we're going to fill all these up with 8 ounces. Alright, after you get all those filled up with 8 ounces of 75% moonshine, you're going to go ahead and cut yourself up some apple slices to drop in each one of them. When doing this, it takes an extremely long time for the sugar to cool off. The sugar being in the liquid mixed all together makes the heat stay in there for quite some time. We're talking like 2 hours of waiting for it to cool down. Alright, now that it's cooled off, we're going to start filling up these jars. Whoa, look at that shit. And that right there is a good jar of apple pie. See-through, no sediment, none of that separating garbage going on. Sweet, just the correct amount of sugar. You follow all that steps in that video and you'll get a good tasting jar of Shine. You can do this with vodka as well. Thanks for watching, Shine Brothers. Peace.